Hello everyone, today we are checking out Reincarnation by Millie Parfait. So we've heard Millie once or twice. We've heard her in Identity, and we've also heard her in the group song God Sees All by Ethyria. And this is the first time we're really getting a song with just her. And so when I heard her in Identity, she sounded amazing, though I was mixing her up a bit with Enna. It was hard for me to tell their voices apart. But let's just get into it. I'm excited to see what her own original song is like. So, in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh. Alright, already we're getting these nice string backings. And the strings are kind of playing this percussion-esque role in the mix, and we're getting these bouncy keys at the front of the mix. It feels much more lively and almost, I want to say positive, but it's got a mystique to it that is very... It's a much more... When I heard the word reincarnation, I was expecting maybe something a little more somber, but this sounds very positive yet mystical. Ooh. I really like this rhythm she's doing here. She's starting it very quick. It's I wanna see if I can catch the exact rhythm she's using for the vocal melody here. Ooh. I like that. You can hear after each vocal segment, she starts right away. She starts. It feels like she's starting right after she finishes one vocal segment, and then the next part starts right away. It's very jumpy. It cuts out, and I believe we had a bit of percussion there. I'm sorry I'm rewinding, but I really want to catch exactly what she added to the mix there. Alright, I don't think it's percussion. What I think that is, I think that's a bass. I think we're getting a bass synth, if I'm not mistaken, and it's hitting those downbeats to separate the vocal segments, and then we've also got some actual percussion. I believe that was digital percussion to separate out the introduction of the vocals, and then we've got this nice bouncy tone. Her voice is very nice. It's covering that high tone on the mix, and it's very clear. Her voice is extremely clear, and I feel like that's the best way I can put it. It's very fluid. When I heard Enna's voice in her own original songs, her voice is very artistic and it flows, but rather than clear, I would say it focuses more on inflection rather than clarity. Enna's voice is very artistic. She shows off what she can do, the different runs she can do, how she can manipulate her pitch control to create those pleasant licks. Whereas Millie here, she's got a very addicting clarity to her voice. It's very satisfying when you just hear those quick notes that are just so pleasant to the ear. I want to hear more. I'll hear more of this so I can hopefully describe what I'm hearing better. Ooh, that was nice. If you heard that, we build up with these lower pitches, and then we jump way up high, but do a run down low with slight dissonance. We're creating this very interesting vibe to the song. I'm really liking this. Nice. Oh, I love those piano runs, and her voice. Yeah, I think the best way I can describe it is clarity, and to describe it a little better, I feel like it's the way she's expelling air is how what I'm hearing is that she's expelling the air very fast, but there's no wavering and no fluctuation, so it comes out as a very intense, but it cuts out. So because she's hitting these staccato notes and she's jumping around with this very unique rhythm for her vocal melody, and it's creating these fast, intense notes that you want more of it. It cuts off, and you want more, and then she delivers, and then she cuts off again, and you want more, and she delivers, and it's creating that loop of catchiness, and it's a very smart composition. It's a very intelligent way to get a listener hooked, and I'm absolutely hooked with her. Just the clarity in her voice, the catchiness of the rhythm, the very, very intricate mix we're getting here. That instrumentation is very unique. And it sounds like, I'm not sure if that's just like a choral keyboard or synth, but it sounds like that was a backing vocal where she was just holding out a note like over the instrumentation in the back of the mix there. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Interesting breakdown here. We were getting some more of that backing vocal. That backing vocal came up a bit in the mix, and instead of just holding one note, we got some inflection, some variation in that backing vocal, and now we've got this interesting synth, I believe. I'm not sure if that's a synth or like a keyboard set to like an accordion. It's very interesting, and it's matching the rhythm rather than, it sounds like it's matching the rhythm of the vocal melody. No, it's not matching the rhythm of the vocal melody. It's matching rhythm for its own instrumentation. It's matching that rhythm, and we're getting more of that backing vocal in the mix as we're seeing her with, I believe these are her gen mates, if I'm not mistaken. There, you can hear the backing vocal adding some variation now. And then right here, this sounds like an accordion to me. Oh. Nice. You can hear as she's going higher and she's showing off this projection and her pitch control on the up high, she's also bringing down the backing vocals. So we're getting that vocal layering, and that's coming down as she's going up high, again creating a blooming effect in the mix. I really like saying that because whenever you catch that, it's very satisfying, and it's a technique I see a lot of composers, or a lot of just artists in general, use whenever they're creating this big segment in their song. You have parts of the mix go up high and parts of the mix go down low, and you sustain your middle tones, and you get this blooming in the mix, and everything feels so much more grand and majestic. I like that. We've switched up the rhythm, and we're getting this bounciness, and then to enforce that bounciness, we're also getting the backing vocal, just not focusing on lyrics too much, where the only lyrics we're getting are really in the front of the mix, but it's still getting those choral notes out. And this instrumentation is, it's not overly complex, or at least not as complex as it was earlier on, but it's doing just what it needs to. It's not adding too much so that it would conflict with the vocals. Now that the vocals are less repetitive and more artistic and focusing more on her inflection and what she's doing with her voice, now the instrumentation has kind of backed away and letting her take the stage here. I'm really liking that. And we're bringing back that accordion. Nice. That was a nice progression to a new rhythm there. You can hear I really like this that percussion transition they're using. It's not subtle, but it's very smooth. And it's hard to find a transition that can take you to a new segment without feeling too dramatic. And I feel like this is just the perfect level for the intensity that she's at in the song, the pitch that she's controlling. Like it's pretty up high here, and then she's kind of coming a bit down low for this new segment. Nice. Nice. Ooh, I really like, and now those backing vocals are getting they're getting this very unique, almost unsettling, but not too unsettling. It's just a little, that mystique, that mystery, and getting that projection in there. It's beautiful. I want to go back to where those backing vocals kind of start to swell. Right here. Nice. Oh, I like that. You're gonna hear now that accordion lick we were getting from earlier that didn't seem to particularly match the vocal lines. It matched it like towards the beginning and towards the end of the accordion lick, and then aside from that, it seemed to just kind of flow with the rest of the instrumentation. Now we're getting that rhythm referenced. That accordion rhythm is being referenced with this vocal breakdown here, and now we're introducing a new segment, it seems. Nice. Okay, so we're referencing that accordion rhythm with a vocal breakdown. It's very nice getting those quick notes in there, and then we're flowing again using that same percussive transition into a new segment. I'm really liking how the song is segmented. It's got this a very catchy introductory portion, and then she shows off her voice, shows off what she can do. Then we're getting this a breakdown of different composition choices and rhythm and the instrumentation that can suit her voice in these different ways. And now we're getting more of that artistic inflection. Ooh. I really like that, how when she's going up high, the backing vocals, they're just kind of projecting a single ooh, ooh, and then it's up high, and it's not really like any lyrics per se. And then as she comes up high and starts to hold out her projection in the front of the mix, now we're getting some more rhythm introduced in the backing vocals to always create that dichotomy, always have that variation in the song. I'm really liking how that's mixed. Nice. Ooh, I like how the backing vocals, they went up high and then came down low just a little bit, creating this interesting progression, because now we're getting that more variation in the backing vocal, and we're also getting this unique inflection in the backing vocal without overly manipulating the front of the mix, because the front of the mix, you want it to be catchy, you want it to flow, you want people to latch onto it, but you also want to add that progression to the song, and you can hear that in the instrumentation and also the backing vocals. I think a lot of people, when they're writing songs or when they're making their own original music, what they don't focus enough on is those vocal layerings, those backing vocals. Those can completely change the entire message of a vocal line. And I'm loving how she's aware of that and how she's manipulating that to emphasize emotion in her song. It feels so much more grand with how she's changing her pitch, changing where she is in the mix on the backing vocal. This is a very, very impressive original song. Like, I'm blown away with just how unique this mix is. And nice. Now we're referencing the beginning again. Right. Sorry, it seems like I paused just before the ending there, but it was that was really really nice. I'm definitely going to be listening to this again after I record after this video is finished because that video this song was just listen to that, the way the mix flows. It's lively and it's jumpy, but it's always keeping this somber mood to fit the lyrics and fit the message. It's a very very effective way to create a catchy song that shows off your vocalist and also shows off your music team, because this is beautiful. I really really like this song. Just listen to how that was sang. Like, she goes up high and then you can hear the backing vocals, they cut out with her, so you can hear the backing vocals have a different rhythm and they're matching. They almost seem to match the instrumentation there rather than the actual vocal track. It's like the backing vocals are being used as another instrument, and you love to hear that, and you love to hear the difference between the backing vocal and the main vocal, because a lot of times the backing vocal is just like, okay, it's another vocal track and let's just make it quieter and let's just make it slightly different and boom, we got a backing vocal. But here you can hear that backing vocal being used as another instrument in the song, in the mix, and I love how that's been composed here. But yeah, this was beautiful. I'm definitely going to be checking out more from Millie Parfait because that was excellent. So yeah, thank you so much for recommending this to me. I'm super excited to see more from her. Aside from that, if you'd like to recommend more, feel free to in the comment section below. Just a heads up, make sure if you are recommending a song, simply you just put the song name and the channel I can find it on, and then I'll add it to a playlist where I can keep track of all my future reactions. Don't link it, because if you link it, your YouTube comment probably won't be visible to me, or it just won't go through. But yeah, and that's just for safety, because I can't check all the links to always make sure they're safe. But yeah, aside from that, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.